Great, bring the hands closer to the back side, pull on the strap on either side, and then exhale, we're gonna rise up slowly, squeeze the tush. All right, let's let the strap go. I'll have to ask everyone what kind of strap they have next time. Actually, you know what? If you have a strap that can wrap around you that's either got a buckle of some sort, then I'm gonna ask you to put it around your legs right now, and situate yourself so that the blocks are at the top of your mat and you can get to them. So the strap's gonna be around the, mid-thigh. If you don't have a strap that does this, just go without it. Or, great, but don't stress over it. Okay, so it's around your mid-thigh so that when your thighs or legs are about hip width apart, that there's pressure or tension on the strap. Okay, so I'm standing in front of those blocks, feet obviously a hip width apart, wherever the strap allows you to go. Let's pick up those toes, spread them wide. Set your pinky down, see if you can set the next toe down, next toe, until the big toe is down. Okay, keep pressing out through the thighs. I'm gonna cinch mine up just a little bit more. Press out through the thighs as we lift to the toes. Maybe reach the arms to the sky. So I'm still pressing out through that strap because I don't want it to fall. Heels come back down, keep pressing out to the strap. We're gonna go sit the hip chair pose. Palms together, pull the hands towards the belly. Good, in breath. Out breath, we're gonna send the body forward so hands are still to the belly, and then when you can, let go either to the blocks, your table surface, or a chair. Good. So we're in that hip hinge. You're gonna bend the knees a little bit. I know that strap is blocking you. Exhale, straighten the legs. Good, inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. We're gonna pause here, 2 breaths. Still pressing out through the strap. Without the strap, you are still pressing outward. Good. Bend those knees. Tighten up your glutes, hands to the belly, palms together. And then we're gonna exhale, rise back up. All right, release the arms, give it a little shake out. We're gonna go through that at least one more time. All right. Re-spread those toes if they're not already. Send the legs out into the strap, rise up onto the toes. Good, heels back to the ground. You're sitting your tush back into chair pose. Thighs are pressing outward to that strap. Palms together, draw the hands towards the belly. In breath, out breath, you send your hips back, start to straighten the legs, and then release the hands when you can to the blocks or your chair. Good, bend those legs a little bit on the in breath. Out breath, re-straighten them. So nothing really happens to the back stays relatively flat. Good, next time the legs straighten, pause there. You can have a little bend if you'd like. Keep pressing on that strap outward. Good. Bend the knees a little bit if they're not already. Press out into the strap, tighten the glutes, hands to the belly, palms together. Exhale, we rise up slowly. All right, release, relax. I'm gonna kick those blocks out of the way. We're gonna keep our strap. Just watch out for your tail if you've got a long one, like I do. All right, I know this is going to be a little bit awkward. If you don't have a strap, again, just go without. You can still do this. I'm gonna step to I'm on one side of the mat, so I'm off to the left. It doesn't really matter which side you go to first. We're gonna do very small steps. Maybe hands to the hips, over to the side. If you need a little more space in that strap, give it to yourself. It's supposed to be restrictive because I don't want you to take a huge step. Good, when we get to the end, you can stand up, pause, head back down, we step back across. Feet can come together when they come together. They don't have to stay apart. Otherwise, we'd be taking really small steps. Good, stand up when you get to the end, take a rest, and then we're gonna do it one more time. Good, keep breathing, no holding the breath. Good, you get to the end, you take a rest, and then you head back, last time. Don't make this hurt your knees, so if the strap does that, just go without. All right, we're back to the center. Great. Now we're gonna do warrior two with the, I'm just kidding. Take that strap off before I get crazy here. Yeah, let it go. I don't know everybody's strap length, so I don't want to go into something that not everybody can do. All right, let's step to the very center of your mat. You're gonna get those feet about hip width apart. And imagine that you've got that strap there still. So you're still pressing the legs out, but the toes are grounded. All right, I'm gonna start to shift the weight onto the left leg without letting my body tilt over. So you're shifting over to that left leg and start to lift the right leg or toe plant it. Good, we're gonna step that right foot out to the right side of the mat. So you might need to take 1 or 2 steps or a shimmy because the right toes are gonna face the right short side of the mat. We are heading into warrior two. I just didn't want to keep the strap on the leg, that would have been hard. Okay, let's have hands to hips. Of the hip flesh, bend into that front knee. Good, send it back straight. 2 more before we hold. Good, if you look down at your right knee, it should be in line with your hip and your ankle. All right, next time we head in, we're gonna pause there. Send some energy into the outer back side toes, pinky toes. Take those arms out, or elbows in, fingers out. Remember how we did in the very beginning? We're send those arms out. Palms stretch out and then bring it back in. Good. Option to take your gaze out over your right hand as you stretch out. Bring it back to center on your return back. It's like you're holding a tray and then you're gonna tip it over. Good, last one, let's hold it there. Good, flip the palms, curl the fingers in, drop the palms towards you. So you're making that fist, short hands. Inhale, push the air away, much like we did in the beginning. Curl the fingers, I know that front leg is feeling it. Push it away. Last one. Good. Send the front leg straight, reach the arms to the sky. Fingertips touch, so my fingertips are touching without the palms coming together. Good, in breath, out breath. Bring the palms back together, send the arms forward. Right back to your center. All right, release hands to hips. We're gonna heel toe or step that right leg back to the center. Good, give a little shake out of the arms, mountain pose, 1 breath. All right, hands to hips, send the hip flesh down. Start to take your weight onto your right leg this time. toe plant or lift the left without doing a lean of the body if you can. Okay, we're going to step out that left foot. Good, and then turn the left toes towards the left short side of the mat. Good, hands stay at the hips again, bend in breath, out breath, return back to center. 2 more. If you check that knee alignment, hip and ankle are also in that same line. Good, next time you head out there, let's pause there. Elbows come to the sides. Okay, you're holding your trays. Send those trays out, tip them, gaze to the left. Exhale, bring it back in. Shoulder blades coming back in together. In breath, out breath. Good, last one, let's hold it out there. Good, flip the palms. Great. You're going to curl those fists in, turn the palms down or towards you, and then send it out, push them away. 2 more. Last one. Good. Flip the palms. Reach those arms to the sky as you straighten the front leg. Fingertips touch, but the palms don't. I know you can't see that. Good. And then press the palms together as the arms come straight in front of you. Good. Pull it back in. All right, release. Hands to hips. We're going to step back into, or heel toe, step back to mountain. Good. Give a little shake out. Mountain, 1 full breath. All right. Let's do 1 more balance pose. What have we prepped for? We've really prepped for half moon pose. I hate to say it. All right, I'm gonna take I have a wall behind me, mind you. You could have the edge of the bed, you could have a closet door, you could have a dresser. I'm gonna set the block down to the right, but whatever side you wanna start with is fine. So I'm stepping the right foot towards that block. Woo. I'm gonna bend into the front knee, push that skin down. When you're ready, you're gonna dive towards that block or the chair or a table. So I could have a table in front of me too. That's a little far out where I'd want it. Table or block is right under your right hand. Other leg lifts up. Option to keep the hand at the hip or reach it to the sky. Good, if you're smushed up to the wall behind you, if you've got that, just try to back away from it a little bit as you bounce kind of back and forth. Good. I'm going to bend that top elbow in like we did just moments ago. And then extend the arm down the leg. Bend the standing leg. Exhale. Start to lengthen and reach through that back leg until it's planted on the ground. Warrior 2, if you can join me there. Where you reach back to the sky, inhale. Fingertips touch. Bring it back to your center. All right, hoping everybody made it. I see 1 person at least. All right, so switch it over. If you're using the block or a table or a chair, it works really well too. All right, we enter in through Warrior 2, so the left foot facing that left block or left short side of the mat. We bend in and, we can press the skin flesh down, bend in. That block or that shoulder stacked right over the hand and shoulder. Option to keep that right hand on your hip or reach it to the sky. Whew. Standing leg a little bit bent. Head reaching towards the opposite wall. Good. If you're still with me, start to bend that top elbow, bring it in by your side nice and slow. Take it down the back thigh, bend that standing leg, and then reach through that back heel to touch the ground. Come through warrior two, or meet me there if you're some other point. Reach the arms up, straighten the front leg, fingertips touch. Good practice to look or figure out where your fingers are without looking at them. Palms together, right down the front. Hands to belly. We made it. All right, I hope you did anyway. Let's take a shake off. Meet me in mountain pose, one breath before we head down to the ground. All right, most excellent, good job. So before I forget, because I was going to forget, we're going to use that blanket roll, or you have the option to use a block. I'll show you where I'm going with this. If you've got a blanket or a pillow, so I'm going to roll the blanket into kind of a long sausage shape. Option to use a block, it can be a bit more harrowing. Where am I going? Let's see. So this prop is going to be right around your mid rib cage, or kind of for ladies, it's your bra line. Shoulders are going to come back to the ground, heads to the ground, and then the arms are going to stretch off to the sides. So you can either use a blanket to do that, or lay over a pillow, or if you're feeling feisty, a block. And it doesn't have to be anything super special or perfectly sized. You just don't want to have it terrorize you. And if you've made it really big and your back is really tight, it's going to feel pretty intense, so you can always drop it down a level. Option to keep the knees bent or to straighten them. So this is kind of like a modified fish pose. So option to have the arms out in a T. I have one in a cactus arm, but option to do cactus arm if that feels better. Good. Breathing. If your low back is bothering you, or maybe other parts of your body, maybe try bending the knees instead. Shoulders should be on the ground, so I don't want you, your shoulders are not lifted and your head's just draping off to the back side. Okay, maybe 3 more breaths here. To come out of this, we start to bend the knees. Maybe bring the arms back down or cross them over your belly. I'm going to shoot the hips over to one side so it can roll onto the right side. And we're going to stay on our right side. So you're going to want to move that blanket out under your head instead. All right, I said right side, yes? Okay, right side. All right, knees are stacked, hips are stacked, kind of like a loose fetal position. Arms are stacked to the front so your palms are together. Take an in-breath. On your out-breath, you're going to slide that top hand across your bottom arm, across your chest, and open it out to the left. So you're in that T shape. If your left arm is hanging suspended in midair, I recommend putting something underneath it, a block, a pillow. For those with osteoporosis, just don't overdo this twist. Allow your body to rotate a little bit. So versus just keeping your knees stacked and then you're just gonna try to rotate from that, let your knees slide a little bit so it's not so rigid. Head could be up, out to your right or out to your left, depending on what feels best this morning. Let's breathe into your upside gills. Every time you breathe in and each breath out, see if you can soften your left shoulder arm towards the floor. Good, last breath in. Take that left hand and start to slide it back across your chest to the front of the right shoulder, along the right arm, back to palms together. All right, let's transition on to the other side. So just take your time. Same thing. Hips are stacked, knees are stacked. Arms are outstretched. Palms together, you're going to slide across that left arm through the left chest, out to the right. Again, if that right arm is suspended in midair, plop something underneath it, please. So a block, pillow, blanket. Again, decide where the head feels best. Does it feel best with your gaze up towards the sky, to the left, or towards the right? Each time you breathe in, let those right upside gills expand, and as you breathe out, your right shoulder relaxes. All right, maybe one more breath here. When you're ready to exhale, make that reverse move back across the chest. Right hand sweeps down the left front of the arm to the left palm. Full breath in and out here. All right, let's take it on to the back. And I'll just finish with what I'm going to teach your chest. Thread the needle on your back. I love those too. If you've just been doing just a bit more sitting these days,